Good morning, Golden Valley. It's a beautiful day and AP testing is right now, but let's get a move on. I'm Andrew O.
And I'm Shayna Sharma. Stay tuned for announcements about library hours,
choir auditions,
and Tuesday trivia.
Live from Golden Valley High School, and starting right now, this is GVTV.
Today, we would like to thank all our teachers here on campus in honor of National Day of the Teacher. Thank you for everything you do for all of us at Golden Valley. I'd like to thank some of my teachers, Coach Johnson, Ms. Torres, Ms. May, Ms. Composi, and of course, GVTV's very own Mr. Deutschley.
I would like to do the same, of course, Ms. Composi, Mr. Deutschley, and Mrs. Wirtz, Ms. Playtest, Mrs. Lucero, and Mr. Stemek. We really thank you and appreciate all the hard work you do for us.
Now, another thing we're thankful for is the pledge.
Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So like we said before, today is Tuesday, and that means AP testing. But that brings a lot of stress. So to cheer you up, here is Tuesday Trivia. Today's Tuesday Trivia question is, where are the U.S. coins with a D mark minted? Again, where are the U.S. coins with a D mark minted? Email your answers to Mr. D, and the winner will be announced at the end of the show.
For today only, the library will be closed until 11 a.m. due to AP testing. The library will be then reopened during 5th period. Thank you for your understanding.
Choir auditions for the next year will be held today from 3 to 5 p.m. in the choir room. You must prepare a 30-second song to sing. Any questions? See Mr. Heath in room 608.
Last week, Dr. King's niece, Alveda King, paid a special visit to Golden Valley High School to share her thoughts on the current state of race relations in the United States. Here's GVTV's very own Brittany Giles with an exclusive interview.
Alveda King, niece of Martin Luther King Jr., made an appearance here at Golden Valley to discuss her views as a working activist. She also took the time to share the morals she takes and lives by from her uncle.
Hallelujah, Lord.
When I tour across America and around the world as evangelist Alveda King, the niece of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the daughter of his brother, Reverend Alfred Daniel Williams King, and my mom, Mrs. Naomi Ruth Barber King, his wife, I always want to reach young people. Of course, at the turn of the century, I'm 67 years old, and so when we got into this century, the 21st century, I knew that I was going to have a challenge relating to young people. And so every opportunity that I have to speak, maybe at a high school or a college or even a middle school or an elementary school, I'd like to connect with what we've been calling the millennials. However, now the millennials are growing up, and we have even the younger children. So the children and the millennials, you are not our future, you are our present. And for me to connect with you is an honor. And my dad is his brother, Reverend Alfred Daniel Williams King. I say is, they live in heaven. They worked on the earth together, they marched together, went to jail together. Both of their homes were bombed and that kind of thing. They taught love and forgiveness for the human race, the one blood human race. So I learned from them that violence is not the way, but that love is the way and forgiveness is the way in communications. There are 6 steps of nonviolent conflict resolution or reconciliation that I learned from Martin Luther King Jr. and Alfred Daniel Williams King, his brother, A.D. King, and Daddy King. And that is, there are 6 steps. 1, gather your information, not fake news, but real news. Once you have real news, educate your community, your population, people that you disagree with, but just neutrally and nonviolently educate each other. And then examine your own heart, your own life, your own mind, and see where you are. Can you be objective enough to seek solutions? And then if you go to the negotiating table, you try to get along together and figure it out. If that doesn't work, then you non-violently act on that. You know, we hear about taking the knee and bowing and all of that, but to do that, seeking solutions rather than conflict. And then step 6, you should be able to come together and resolve those differences. My uncle, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., was a man who wrote and spoke so well during his lifetime. Many of his words are still here. So the best way to know what Martin Luther King Jr. would say today is to read his words and to add those words to whatever we're doing today. And therefore, we must learn to live together as brothers, and I added sisters, and not perish together as fools. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Those words were spoken in another century, but they're still true today. And I believe if he were here, he'd still be preaching the same truths that he preached when he was alive.
Having spoken to Alveda King, we were given the opportunity to further understand that even through hardships and differences, it is important to come together. Because after all, we are one race, the human race. Reporting from GVTV, this is Brittany Giles.
Thank you, Brittany, for that interview. Now, moving into our Grizzly poll of the week, we would like to know if you talk to your parents about your romantic relationships. Your choices are yes, they give good advice, no, TMI, or maybe I can learn from them. Remember to vote on our Twitter at GVTV_news, and the results will be announced on Friday.
Today's Tuesday trivia question was, where are U.S. coins with a D mark minted? The answer is Denver, and the winning class is Mr. Moskal. Congratulations. And sadly, we have just reached the end of our show. For the entire crew of GVTV, my co-host, Shanna Sharma, I'm Andrew. Have a wonderful day, and of course, good luck on AP testing. Don't forget to be awesome.